Hello friends, welcome again. Friends, in my previous video, I discussed what drama is and what the elements of drama are. In yet another video, we discussed the definition and elements of novel also. So friends, today in this video lecture, we are going to compare novel with drama. We are going to examine what are the similarities and differences between novel and drama. Friends, when we are reading an introduction to the study of literature, the book written by William Henry Hudson, in chapter number 4, Hudson has given this nice comparison between drama and novel. So friends, let's begin. Friends, you know which is the most ancient form of literature? The answer is poetry. Poetry is considered as a very ancient art in all literatures across the whole universe. In the same manner, the second question is, which is the latest form of literature? And the answer is novel. The answer is fiction. Okay. But today, we are not going to compare novel with poetry. We are going to compare novel with drama. Friends, if I talk about the origin of drama, then in one of my previous videos, I have said that drama actually came into existence in the very ancient times from chorus. Okay, some public performances, some public dance performances were found in the ancient times from which drama came into existence. But drama in English literature emerged during the 16th century. Ralph Roister Doister, the first comedy of English literature, published in 1566, written by Nicholas Udall, and the first tragedy of English literature, Gorboduc, was written by Thomas Norton and Thomas Sackville and was published in 1561. So the first tragedy and first comedy, they were published during the 16th century, and 16th century or the Elizabethan age is considered as the golden period for the literary form known as drama. But if I talk about novel, then novel emerged from the Italian literature. In Italy, during the 14th century, there was an Italian writer called Boccaccio. He has written Decameron, which is a collection of some stories. And they were in Italian language, these stories were known as novellas. Okay? So, novel of English literature came actually from novellas of Italian literature. And the first novel of English literature was published in 1741, and that was Pamela, written by Samuel Richardson. So Samuel Richardson is considered as the father of English novels. So friends, after having taken this small introduction, let's try to understand the definitions of drama and novel. What is a novel? If somebody asks you this question, then remember, friends, that novel is a fictitious prose narrative. Fictitious means imaginative, full of fiction, full of imagination. Prose, novel is written in prose, not in poetry. And narrative means novel is in the form of narration. Okay, so remember these three things. Novel is fictitious, full of imagination. Number two, novel is written in prose. And number three, novel is narrative. Of considerable length, means too much length. Novel takes 100 to 1000 pages. Okay, in which realistic characters and events are presented in a complex plot. So, realistic characters are presented, the touch of realism is there, okay, and all these characters and events are presented in a proper complex plot. Okay, so this is the definition of novel, that novel is a fictitious prose narrative full of fiction, imagination, written in prose, in narrative style, of considerable length, means too much length. There are some realistic characters and all the events are presented in a complex plot. Okay, that is known as novel or known as fiction in English literature. What a drama is. If somebody asks you this question, then this small definition, as you can see on the screen, is given by William J. Long. W.J. Long, a very important historian of English literature, has defined drama and said that drama is an old story. It is an old story told in the eye. Told in the eye, that means the story is presented in such a manner that we can visualize, we can see the whole story before our own physical eyes. Okay, put into action by living performances. So drama is a work of art which is put to action. Here actions are more important and live performance is presented on the stage. That is called drama according to William J. Long. Friends, what are the similarities between novel and drama? As such, there is not much difference between drama and novel. Why? Because if you examine the important features, important elements of both novel and drama, then most of them are same. Okay, like characterization characters are found in both novel and drama. Plot construction is found in both in novel and drama. Dialogues are equally found in both these types of forms. Okay, setting and philosophy of life. These elements are commonly found both in novel and drama. But what are the differences? Okay, let's have a look at some 8 differences. To me, drama and novel are different on 8 different platforms. Number 1, novel is a pure form of literature, and that's why it is known as a pocket theatre. This term, novel as a pocket theatre, has been given by Marion Crawford. Okay, novel is a pure form of literature, but on the other hand, drama is not pure form of literature. Why? Because it requires the help of stage settings. Okay, so without stage you cannot perform drama. So drama, the play which is written in the book on the paper, is not a complete play unless and until it is enacted on the stage. Okay, why? Because drama is mainly written, the play is mainly written to be enacted on the stage, and novel is mainly to be read. Okay. Number 2, the success of a novel entirely depends on his own art as a novelist. Okay? Whether the novel is going to succeed or not, that all depends upon the novelist himself. If the novelist is a good artist in terms of characterization, in terms of plot construction, and in terms of narration, then definitely his novel is going to be a successful novel. But in case of drama, the success of drama depends on how the dramatist has written the play, and at the same time how well the play is reproduced by the actors on the stage. So, the success of drama depends on two things. Number one, the dramatist himself, his art as a dramatist, his art of characterization, his art of dialogue writing, his art of plot construction, and at the same time, drama, the success of drama depends on the actors also, how well they present different characters and the story on the stage. So this is the difference between novel and drama. The third difference is that the novelist enjoys full freedom and full scope of narration. Why? Because novel, is written in narrative style. Here, the novelist presents the story, the whole life story of the character. Not only this, sometimes the novelist presents the story of not one generation, sometimes 2 or 3 generations of the protagonist, of the hero. But in novel, this is not possible. Why? Because Aristotle said in drama this is not possible. Why? Because Aristotle, when he was discussing tragedy, he said that drama must be finished within one single revolution of the sun. That means the time which is presented in the play must not exceed 24 hours. Okay? So the drama, there is much limitation. Only 24 hours from the life of the tragic hero, from the life of the protagonist is allowed to be presented on the stage. So, in drama, the dramatist cannot narrate the whole life story of the protagonist. In novel, this is possible. Difference number 4. The novel lacks the element of liveliness and vividness, and on the other hand, drama is full of life, full of liveliness. Why? Because in drama, on the stage, live performance of the hero is presented. So we can visualize, we can see the whole life story before our own physical eyes, which is not possible in a novel. So these are the 4 differences. Another 4 differences, as you can see here on the screen. Novel, which is known as a pocket theatre, can be read anytime, anywhere. But on the other hand, drama consumes time and demands separate free time on the part of the reader to go to the theatre. If you want to read a novel, you can read the novel at your own free time, at your own leisure. Okay? Half of the novel you read today, remaining half of the novel you can read tomorrow. But that is not possible in drama. For drama, you have to spare separate time to go to the theatre, to watch the play. Difference number 6. In novel, the characters are introduced and developed by the novelist himself. Okay? The novelist writes the novel and he introduces the characters, okay, and he develops the characters. But that doesn't happen in drama. In drama, what happens? The actors introduce themselves. There is no dramatist to introduce the characters before the audience. So the actors through their own dialogue and through their own actions, they express themselves, they introduce themselves, and they develop themselves in the play. This is the difference. Seventh difference is that in novel, few dialogues are found and more focus is on narration of the characters and the story. But in novel, there is no scope of narration. Okay, it must be in the form of action, not narration, and that's why dialogues are presented, and dialogues are more important than narration. And the last difference between novel and drama is that to write a novel, one does not need any knowledge other than some narrative techniques. Okay, if you want to write a novel, you must know how to introduce the characters, how to develop the characters, you must know some narrative techniques, you must know plot construction and all. That's done. But if you want to write a play, the playwright needs to have complete knowledge, thorough knowledge of stage conditions. What kind of stage conditions are available to me in my times? According to that availability, I have to write my drama. Okay, what are the limitations of properties, costumes and all? Which costumes are easily available? Which properties are available to us on the stage? Considering these things, the dramatist has to write his play. So the dramatist has some limitations, and these limitations are not in case of writing a novel. So friends, these are the 8 differences between novel and drama. Let's conclude the whole discussion by saying that both novel and drama are most popular forms of literature in the present day. Okay, in 20th century, 21st century, both novel and drama are equally popular. Novel emerged from Italian novellas. Okay, novellas were popular during the 14th century in Italian literature, and drama emerged from the ancient Greek chorus. Drama became popular in English literature during the 16th century, and novel became popular during the 18th century. Novel enjoys the freedom of narration but lacks the vividness, the liveliness, whereas drama is full of liveliness but has the limitation of stage conditions, properties, costumes and settings. So friends, here I come to the end of this discussion. Please share this video among your classmates, among your friends, and please subscribe and don't forget to click on the bell icon. Thank you very much.